Hey guys, back at you with another video. This is gonna be kind of short tonight, but guys, I really need you to promise me something. I need you to promise me that you will enjoy your life, every moment, every second. Enjoy your life. I need you guys to find happiness, create happiness within yourselves, within your lives. Look around your environment, look within your immediate family, and create and enjoy happiness. There's so much going on in the world. Everywhere we look, we can find a reason to argue, to debate, to be upset, to be angry, but now's not the time for that, guys. It's one thing to be aware, and then it's one thing to be engulfed in things that take away from your individual lifestyle, your individual happiness, your individual life. I need you guys to promise me that you will create happiness, enjoy your life. There is a crumbling that is happening within this so-called spiritual community. A lot of egos, lower aspects of the egos, I should say, are taking a hold of people. A lot of fear, a lot of aggression, and sometimes those energies can be needed, can be beneficial, but right now, gang, right now, it is time for you to love, to laugh, and to live. It's time for you to step outside of your comfort zone, beloved. It is time for you to be happy again. A lot of the things in the spiritual community are based around traumas. Now, I get it. We're all working through certain traumas in our lives, and it's necessary to talk about these things, to work through these things. But for some of you guys, it's starting to smother you. It's starting to be the only thing that you can talk about and think about. It's gotten to the point where trauma is synonymous with spirituality. And I get it. I understand and I understand why. But when do you start to live again? When do you start to be happy again? Some of you guys need to stop watching tarot readings that only promote drama, that only promote karmic things, and the karmic did this and the karmic did that, and your divine masculine ain't shit, and all of these things. And I've been saying this for years, but I just feel it's important for me to reiterate this shit right now. Like, maybe take a break from tarot. Maybe take a break from only talking about your traumas and not your happiness. There's a beautiful part of this spiritual journey that's growth, that's love, that's happiness, that's merging with beautiful souls that are creating happiness within themselves too. There are parts and times when you have to be angry, and there's justified anger, but at this point, for a lot of you, it's time to be happy again, man. Like, you don't want to look up and all you've done is sit inside and talk about trauma, or talk about the exes, or talk about how men ain't shit, women ain't shit, and it's not evolving. We are in a tough time of evolution. Natural selection is a motherfucker, so you're gonna have to evolve whether you fight against the current or not. You're gonna have to evolve. And don't like where I'm seeing everything going. It's just all about trauma, all about sadness, all about anger, all about relationships that didn't pan out. All these things just holding you back and draining your energy. And what you have to know that sometimes when you click on these videos and you watch this shit, a lot of these people are projecting what they have went through, what they're going through onto you as a means to gain fucking views and likes and subscribers. And nobody is talking about the truth, the happiness that you find in spirituality. You become free, you become whole again. And we have to get back to that. It's just gotten to this point that I see. And I know y'all like, why are you saying take a break from tarot when you read tarot? It's not about that. Like, I read tarot to bring you guys the messages, what you need to know and when you need to know it, and what's going to help you get through certain phases in your journey. But at the end of the fucking day, man, you guys got to be happy. There's so many other things you could be watching and listening to and eating and with your ears and your eyes. And it's just like, yo, it's time to be happy. The spirit says it's time to be fucking happy, man. It's time to enjoy this little bit of life. Life is the longest thing you ever gonna fucking do. Do you want to spend the rest of your life throwing subs at people who have dropped the ball in your life? People who have not shown up for you? Do you want to spend the rest of your life doing that shit, talking about that shit? Like, for real. We know the places and the spaces in our lives where people have dropped the ball and haven't shown up for us. But that can't be the narrative of your journey. That can't be the only reason you spiritual, just because somebody didn't celebrate you, or because somebody didn't love you right, or because somebody didn't call you back, text you back. Like, it's a lot of petty shit that people are bringing into spirituality to justify the way they are. It's time to stop justifying pettiness and toxicness because of your fucking sun sign, when you got a whole ass chart besides just your sun sign. It's so much shit, man. And you gotta stop welcoming these fucking demons into your life by keep harping on the same old ass energy that isn't growing you. Yes, it's allowing you to see things in your life and ways in your life that you need to change and that you need to heal. That's important. But at some point, y'all, at some point, gang, we gotta step into this new paradigm. We are no longer the victims. We are the victors. We are the survivors. We are the conquerors. We are the masters of our own fucking destiny. We can't keep sitting around talking about trauma all fucking day. Whether you know it or not, sitting online, on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these other apps, just talking about how somebody wronged you. And yes, it feels good because everybody's in agreement and everybody can relate to your situation. But how is it evolving you? How is it growing you? How is it making you happy? Happiness is a fucking inside job, man. You have to get up every rising and make sure that you cultivate some type of happiness in your life despite your circumstance, despite your past, despite your old relationships, despite your current relationships. It is up to you. It is up to you to not be trauma bonded to someone just because it feels so good when you're talking about, yeah, and they did that, and they said this, and I felt like it feels so good. That's that sensationalism. But at some point, You got to move the fuck on from that. And a lot of people have a hard time with moving on. A lot of people feel dignified and they feel solidified in talking about trauma and drama all day, and that's their spirituality. But you being a part of my collective, I can feel your fucking soul. I can feel your energy. And I know that you are craving a different climate, a different narrative, a different way of thinking and feeling and being in your spiritual journey. Somehow, tarot and divination has all become one big ass trauma fucking bond. And that's all people can relate to. And for some of you guys, you are growing out of that shit. You're tired of the same old fucking readings. You're tired of the same old conversations. And it's up to you to recreate the narrative of your life, the way you see the relationships, the way you interact with people. It is up to you. There's so many beautiful things that are waiting for you guys beyond this shallow ass grid that we are living on. I want you to find that. I want you to exist in that. I want you to create abundance. Like, you can't create that shit if all you can see is the sorrow and the sadness. You have to address it. You have to face it and then heal it. It's so important right now. It's extremely fucking important. Like, this feeling in my chest and my soul, I can't even verbally express how important it is right now to move the fuck on, to live again, to laugh again, to love again. To erase this pain that you have become accustomed to, that's all you know how to resonate with. That's the only thing that catches your attention. Yes, people gonna get their karma. Yes, we get our karma. But there is dharma. There is beautifulness. There is peace amidst the chaos. And I've been telling y'all this shit for years, but I'm not gonna stop until everybody finds that peace amidst the chaos, because if not, you're gonna get washed up in the current, man. And you're gonna look up 5 to 10 years, 7 years, whatever the fuck, and you're gonna be like, all I did was sit online and say yes in the comments about shit that hurt me. But when are you gonna say yes about the shit, that happiness that heals you? Like, there's so much more to life than talking about our pains and our traumas and our frustrations 24 fucking 7, man. I just feel there's so much more, gang. I do. And I fucking love you guys. From the top to the bottom, the left to the right. But I just want y'all to live, man. Shit's gonna get harder. Shit's gonna get crazier. But when you have this stillness inside, you'll survive. And you'll live and you'll love again. But we gotta tighten up. Don't fall victim to the fucking clickbait and all this shit and all the they said this and like, yo, it's exhausting you. It's exhausting you. It's draining you. And a lot of these motherfuckers ain't even real with the shit they saying. They just want your energy. They just want your money. They just want your attraction. They just want your attention. I'm really pulling for y'all. Because I don't want y'all to think that only thing about spirituality is tarot. The only thing about spirituality is talking about what the divine masculine and the karmic is up to, and this, that, and the third. It's a fucking lie, man. What does your fucking soul need? What can you give yourself? What can you create for yourself at this time that's gonna take you away from all the trauma and the hurt and the pain? I just, in my heart, man, and I know y'all who fuck with me, y'all know, y'all can feel this shit. I want you to know that spirituality is not just talking about your traumas all fucking day. Not just talking about your failed relationships all day, your failed friendships all fucking day. There's a time and a place for that, and I get it. But there's also a space and grace in talking about the good things that are happening, even if it's on a minute scale. I want you guys to get back to yourselves. I want you guys to live and love again and to heal. But it's not always talking about some fucked up ass shit that got you swamped and exhausted every day. I want you guys to be happy, man. I really fucking do, man. There's so much beauty around you. But when you sitting inside your house watching tarot readings and spiritual shit all day that only capitalize off your trauma, you won't be able to fucking see it. And I'm tired of it. Because I believe in you, I love you, and I know that there is more out here for you than just that. I don't know, man. I just feel like we growing and we're evolving, and there's just so much more going on than what meets the eye, and there's just so much pollution out here in this so-called fucking spiritual community that people get drowned with this shit. And instead of becoming lighter, as in weight, they become heavier and angrier and vengeful and jealousy and envy and all these things that are going on that I see, and it's exhausting. You got tarot readers making videos about each other, fighting each other. You got spiritualists making videos, fighting each other and trying to cause debates and all this shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Your spiritual journey or your walk with the true gods and goddesses is sacred. It's all about you and your connection to Source. Fuck what other motherfuckers say. Their shit may not be your shit, and that's fine. It's just time to live again, man. It's time to live. It's time to bring that light back into your eyes, that happiness, that youthful glow. Like, it's time. It's long overdue. And I just really want that for y'all right now. I just really want that. Be patient with yourselves. Be patient with others, but don't be no fucking fool. You don't have to be a martyr. You don't have to copy anyone's energy signature, because you really can't copy nobody's energy signature. You just gonna look like a fraud, and you gonna frustrate the people who originated that vibe. But it's time for you to create your own groove and ride it out. It's time for you to keep your spiritual journey sacred to you. It's so important. It's so important. And I didn't come here to preach or no shit tonight. I just felt this on my spirit. I just had to get this out to y'all because I love you and I want you to live the best life possible. And the only way to do that is be true to you. Fuck what everybody's saying you should be doing. fuck what all the gossip and the talk is online and who doing this and who said that and how this offended me. Everybody's offended right now. Everybody's offended. No matter, you could be the most loving light motherfucker in the world and they still gonna find some reason to be offended with you. You could be the realest motherfucker spitting the realest shit and they gonna still find a reason to be offended with you or by you. I just want you guys to be true to you and to do what's best for you and your family and your seeds or whatever it is, whatever journey you on right now. Do what's best for you, because there's a lot of lower aspects of the ego that have been taking over this so-called fucking spiritual community and spiritual walk and all this shit. And everybody got their own ideas and they're spewing this and they're spewing that and they're saying this and they're saying that. And you're going to come across a lot of damaged ass people that ain't took the time to do the work within, and they're going to be more mad at you. They're going to be more mad at you when you evolve past their comfort zone. But fuck their comfort zone, man. You got to be sitting out here, oh, I ain't going to grow because so-and-so might be mad because I grew a little faster than them. That's a lot of motherfuckers' problem. They calculating other people's spiritual journeys so they can't even be proud in their own walk. They can't even live their own truth because they're afraid of offending someone or afraid of leaving people out. People will be left behind. And that's just natural selection. That's just how it goes. But don't you dare dim your light. Don't you dare stop your evolution just because somebody may be offended. That's those infiltrating spirits that I be telling y'all about. They gonna see the shit you doing that's empowering you. They gonna see the shit you doing that's making you feel good. And they gonna find some type of way to get on their soapbox or their platform and talk about it like it's bad and it's damaging to you just because they haven't evolved. You got a lot of spiritual ass children. And it ain't even about age, because you could be younger than somebody and be spiritually more mature than somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, be mindful. Because a lot of motherfuckers got a lot of jealousy and envy in their heart on their spiritual walk. And they don't like to see nobody getting more attention and traction. They don't like to see anybody getting more love than them. So they're going to find some type of reason to make your teachings or your walk or your journey wrong. And if you pay attention to that shit, you will fall victim to somebody else's lower aspect of their ego. Just because they don't like the way you delivered something, or they don't like the way you living in your fucking truth, but it ain't their business. A lot of people need to mind their spiritual fucking business, man. And you already know I'm gonna just keep it real with you, man. Like, a lot of this shit is a joke. A lot of this shit is gimmick. A lot of this shit is lower ego, jealousy, envy. It's just a lot, man. And, I ain't no lightweight ass being, so I'm going to tell you what I feel was the truth, man. But I just want you guys to live through your truth, man. That's it. And just enjoy your fucking life. Promise me you will try, not even try, promise me you will enjoy your life. I know a promise is a comfort to a fool, but I just want y'all to be happy and be whole again. A lot of you guys are broken. A lot of you guys are shattered because you're seeing so much shit being pushed and pushed and pushed to you online, and you don't even know which way to go. What is right? Well, this was right last week. Now it's wrong this week. Don't watch too many people's journey. It's gonna trip you up on your own. But I love you guys so much, and I just thank you for the love you guys give to me in return, and the support, And I just had to deliver this message to you tonight. I hope this helps someone on their journey. And even if it doesn't, I just appreciate you for taking the time to listen, man. But it's time to tighten up. And it's time to refocus. All right, gang. Sending you love, peace, and balance.